all weekend long for Carl Stevens. Slavik Piskor 6th, and Phil Pryor 7th, Matt West 8th, Aldous Kavaliauskas 9th, Mark O'Grady 10th. They're coming round for the start. Dennis Holler is going to try and perform the perfect start. It needs to be fast enough to stay ahead, but slow enough to keep everyone bunched. Holler on the gas, he's made the perfect start. Dennis Holler leads the way into the snail section. Bradley Shepherd has a couple of cars lengths between him and Holler, but he's closed it back in under rated hairpin. Bradley Shepherd in the orange in second place. Dennis Holler continues to lead out of the snail section now, into the fast corner here. Down the back stretch they go. Bradley Shepherd in a firm second place there. They all file through, nose to tail pretty much down the back stretch. It is Dennis Holler with the lead. There goes Holler, there goes Shepherd through to complete the opening lap. It is the German, it's Dennis Holler in the final heat race of the tournament for 2023, leads the way into the snail. The tight bit of the snail there, Dennis Holler, he comes out, so is Bradley Shepherd. There's absolutely no contact whatsoever. Carts filing through, everyone matching each other for speed. But speed up at the front is what counts, and that's Dennis Holler with Bradley Shepherd. Both of them trying to extend the slight lead out over Jamie Burke. Or to change of position, maybe. That was Matt West with Phil Pryor. And Matt West to the outside. Pryor, I think, ducks the inside and keeps position. I'll double check exactly on that, who that is. I think it's the 8 car. No, it's Aldous Kavaliauskas. Aldous Kavaliauskas has passed Matt West for position. West has been pushed down to 9 by Aldous Kavaliauskas. Lithuanian ethnicity, but does work here in the UK. So, Dennis Holler leads the way from Bradley Shepherd, Jamie Burke. There's Dennis Holler turning in. There's Bradley Shepherd now. They've extended their lead out to Jamie Burke. Dalton Norris is now working on Jamie Burke, possibly looking at taking third place of him as they complete another lap. As no pit visitors for you, Anthony, but Dennis Holler and Bradley Shepherd are certainly trying to make a bit of a break in this one.
Yeah, that's completely understandable that they would do such a thing. You know, if they can get a good, decent gap in this time, then they don't have to worry about their pit stop strategy. It's a pure race against themselves. That's better than having to race the entire field.
Absolutely right. And if they can, they will pull out the gap big enough over Jamie Burke to be able to come in the pits and go out without any trouble.
We have got an early pit stop though. The number 19 from third place, Dalton Jute, has come in, or Dalton Norris, I should say. He pits, and it's a good stop. He's gone for the early stop. Hopefully that works out for him.
Yeah, that early stop didn't really work yesterday because people were probably not using the pit stops to full effect and good advantage yesterday. But today, certainly the early stop has been quite fruitful. So we'll see what Dalton Norris can do with that. He's generally not been one of the early stoppers, but in this race he's come in just about as early as he can. We'll see if that improves the position for him. But there's Dennis Holler. There is Bradley Shepherd. Now there's a big gap now to Jamie Burke. It's 3.5 seconds. He's a huge train behind Jamie Burke. He's under enormous pressure from Carl Stevens, who's up to 4th. Slavik Piskor up to 5th, and Phil Pryor in 6th. So Dennis Holler turning in at the end of the straight there. There's Bradley Shepherd, keeping Holler honest. The gap has stayed constant between the two and extended back to 3rd place, which is Jamie Burke. So they're crossing the line, 1, 2, and then the 3rd is 3.5 seconds, now to 4 seconds. The two up at the front are creating quite a gap, but such is their speed. Dennis Holler, the fastest lap of the race so far, but such is their speed that they're pulling out literally half a second on the pursuers. 3rd place, Jamie Burke and back. So 6 laps in, 16.5 minutes still to go, so a long way yet. Dennis Holler leads, Bradley Shepherd 2nd, another lap in. And it was 4 seconds gap last time. What's it going to be this time? Well, yes, 4.5. Dennis Holler, Bradley Shepherd pulling out an enormous gap over 3rd place and everyone else in the field. It's still Jamie Burke hanging on as best he can in 3rd, but he's losing half a second a lap, and everyone else behind is losing even more. So 2 people in the pits so far. Sorry, I think I was talking there while Carl Stevens came in. A good stop, Anthony.
Yeah, it was a good stop. Yeah, 2 green lights, no real time lost, and yeah, he's back out on circuit, no drama. Another car in the pit lane now. It's the number 15. I think this is Burke that's come in. It is Jamie Burke who has pitted. He got a green light on the first gate, green light on the second. Team being very supportive, and he's back out on track.
And crucially, from his point of view, he comes out ahead of Carl Stevens. Carl Stevens obviously would have taken that early pit stop, looking to leapfrog those in front. He was 4th. 3rd place Jamie Burke came in and went out, and 3rd place Jamie Burke came in and has exited the pits ahead of Carl Stevens, which will have been his plan there. So Jamie Burke, Carl Stevens are the only, well, there are 2 of the 3 pit visitors, Dalton Norris as well. The 3 pit visitors are at the back of the field at the moment, as you would expect. So, my goodness me, Dennis Holler and Bradley Shepherd, as a result of those pit stops by Burke and Stevens particularly, now have an even bigger lead to third place. It's an incredible 6.8 seconds to third place Slavik Piskors. If they were to pit now, they would still have upwards of a 4 seconds gap before Jamie Burke and Carl Stevens came along. So incredible. There's Slavik Piskors. Slavik Piskors all action. He's going to get some amazing onboard videos. He'll probably show that on YouTube, so keep an eye out for Slavik Piskors on YouTube as he rounds the snow section. He's coming out of it. He's on the backstretch now, down the backstretch of Masters Park, and he's got Phil Pryor behind him. Phil Pryor is working on Slavik Piskors. Slavik Piskors does have a very sort of action-packed start. He really lays on. He was originally, for many years, a speedway rider back in Poland. Came to England and switched from speedway to took up karting, and he's been here in the BRKC for many years now. He's pretty much a feature, very much won the establishment. Turn up to a BRKC event and you're going to find Slavik Piskors somewhere. So, and in this case, that somewhere is third place. But look at Phil Pryor. Phil Pryor working hard on the back of Slavik Piskors. Can he take position? That's the question. We're not sure. Slavik Piskors is pretty keen to make out the road, but Phil Pryor is going to have a look down the inside of the snell. No, he can't make it work there. Piskors has got that covered as they come around next to the snail, and Piskors has pulled out probably the biggest gap we've seen. But can Pryor close in down the backstretch there? He's going full speed down the backstretch with Phil Pryor closing in on Slavik Piskors at the end there, but not enough to overtake. Anthony, still not many people coming in. There's some early pit stops, yes, but what's going on down there?
We have the 16 has just come in, actually. So Phil Pryor, as you were talking about him, just pitted. It was a green on pit stop 1, a green on pit stop 2, and he's back out now. We also had Mark O'Grady pit just before him as well.
Right, so Mark O'Grady is now resumed at last place, 10th, so everyone's bumped up a position now. So of the pit stoppers, 6th place is Dalton Norris, 7th is Jamie Burke, Carl Stevens 8th, Phil Pryor 9th, Mark O'Grady 10th. That's pretty much what the order was. Just going to keep my eyes open and just make sure I don't miss any of those pit stoppers and hand it over to you, Anthony, because Aldis Kavaliauskas is in 4th place now, Matt West is in 5th, Dalton Norris in 6th. Obviously Dalton Norris is a pit stopper. Will he leapfrog people? Yes, he will. Dalton Norris at the moment on paper is in the position to assume 3rd place once all this is cycled through. We'll see if that's a reality, because he's 5 seconds behind Slavik Piskors, so he'll easily cover that. And Slavik Piskors currently, of course, is in 3rd place. No question that he's not in a position to attack Holler or Shepherd, but 3rd place is there for Dalton Norris. Now, Dalton Norris is possibly in or out of the running of the semi-finals. I'll keep an eye out for those points as they cycle through on the big screen here. Yeah, let's have a look then. So we're looking for Norris. He's certainly not in the top 19. Dalton Norris is the man in question. So they're showing Lucas Schleps. Where is Norris? No, he's. I don't think he's in a position to make the semi-finals at all at the moment, so that would be unlucky for Dalton Norris, or if he is, it's a squeeze. Certainly he's doing the best he can in order to achieve that. 3rd place points will be a heck of a lot. It'll be 8 points, and it really will throw him up beyond what the timing screen's showing. So, Dennis Holler in the lead. Bradley Shepherd 2nd, still Slavik Piskors 3rd. Now, if the leaders came in now, they would come out just about where Slavik Piskors is. There he is on screen. And that's where the leaders would be, and that means that with a pit stop in hand, they are comfortably being out 1st and 2nd. Anthony, it has to be said here, Dennis Holler and Bradley Shepherd making short work of the opposition on this one.
Yeah, they really are. I think they're just, well, they're doing what they do best, isn't it? They go quick and yeah, they win races. So
yeah, what they do best is drive racing cars, and, and that's what they're doing here, driving racing cars as we speak. Now, Holler has extended the bigger lead that he's had so far over 2nd place Bradley Shepherd. I think that's probably, I wouldn't like to say broken Shepherd, but shall we say sealed the deal on what the actual result's going to be. I know Bradley Shepherd will be aware that he has got a ruck of points in second place there, so anything silly chasing Dennis Hollett, and I'm thinking particularly the pit stop, risking an amber light in the pits, it's just not worth it for Bradley. He's going to be wise to hang on to that second place.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, it falls down. I don't want to keep reminding him because he's probably in the bar area and he can hear this. But you know, we saw Ivan get that penalty as well from the race lead, and it is doable. So these guys still have to be careful. Yeah, they may have a huge lead, but they're still they can come a cropper still.
Yeah, the great thing is in this position is that.
Oh, we got action in the pit lane. Sorry, the 17th in the pit lane. This is Matthew West. Green light on gate 1. Comes to gate number 2. Wait for it. Green light, and he's back out on circuit to a nice clear piece of track.
Yeah, and at this point, Anthony, I'm just going to clarify what happened with Jamie Henderson in the earlier race. Heard from the organisers that what it was that actually Jamie Henderson, when he stopped, he was barely in the box where the beams pick up that the cart has come to a stop. You know, he stopped. Oh,
so Aldas in the pit lane now. The number 8 driver from Lithuania. Good gate 1, gate 2, also green. He's now probably his best race he's had so far this weekend.
Yeah, he was certainly running in the top half there, and he's come out just ahead of Matt West. So it's going to be a bit of a fight on. He's down in 8th place. Matt West is going to try and make it 9th. So Aldis Kavaliuskas, he's come out of the pits, but he's got an awful lot of work on his hands because he's got Matt West trying to pass him coming out the snail section. Yeah, just going. Oh well, we'll have a look at Matt West down the back stretch. What's it going to be into the hairpin? No. West there in the red suit is forced to stay behind. So just clarifying the Jamie Henderson penalty earlier on. What apparently happened was Jamie Henderson came in the pits. He stopped in the box area where the beam's going to pick him up. He was only just in. So when he rolled a fraction back, he actually came out of the beam, and that's when it picked up and went yellow. So that's what happened with Jamie Henderson. I thought he'd gone a bit deep, but obviously it was the other way around. He'd actually pitted quite short, and when it rolled that fraction back, it was just enough to trip it. Such fine margins we're dealing with here, Rankin.
Yeah, definitely. So I thought that was the case when I was down here, because the guy said, yeah, he was just in the area, and yeah, when they saw him roll back, he just completely rolled out of it. So yeah, a shame. It's such a shame.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, and it kind of shows how marginal things are when the competition's this tight. So not really marginal for Dennis Holler and Bradley Shepherd. They're just rolling out those laps. 7 minutes 40. We're looking now there at Matt West. He's chasing down Aldis Kavaliuskas down at the back of the field. Dennis Holler actually is closing in on these two, and that's going to be very interesting because obviously Matt West is thinking more about Aldis. Now when Aldis has Dennis Holler on him, he's going to be thinking perhaps that is Matt West. So this might not be the easiest of passes for Dennis Holler. He's got so much time in hand. He's 1.7 seconds over Bradley Shepherd, and then in turn, Slavik Piskors is good 14 seconds behind. So there's all this in time. But there's Dennis Holler. We can see the back of him. Here is Aldis Kavaliuskas, the Lithuanian, and there is Matt West in the orange. And there's Dennis Holler. Here comes Bradley Shepherd, and that's the gap you can see.
Dennis Holler in the pit lane. Sorry, the number 10. Driver from Germany gets a green light on gate 1, comes to gate 2, firmly in the box, and he gets one out. Now I'll say it's good. An orange light did come on, but the green came on before the orange.
Phew. So yes, maybe a little bit of residualness on the beam there, so tripping yellow, but it was green as you say. So Dennis Holler has actually returned to the track in second place. Now he's 9.1 seconds behind Bradley Shepherd, so really Bradley Shepherd cannot be expected to come into the pits and resume the lead. There's Matt West we're looking at on screen. There's Aldis Kavaliuskas in the snail section there on screen. There's Matt West. It is Bradley Shepherd in the lead of the race, so Slavik Piskors in.
It is indeed in the pit lane, yet the number 21 in, and it's a good stop on gate 1, comes towards gate 2, and it is green light, and he makes his way back out on circuit.
Yes, he does. Now, where is he cycled out there? He's just lost the position to Phil Pryor. Phil Pryor had momentum, and he managed to do him coming out of the pit. So Phil Pryor and Slavik Piskors just switched positions there. Slavik Piskors has now dropped down to 7th place. Phil Pryor's gone up to 6th. Jamie Burke is up there in 5th. Up in 4th is Carl Stevens. Dalton Norris has come through to 3rd. Now that's what we were looking for. Dalton Norris, a very early pit stopper. He certainly didn't start third, and he's made his way back up to the third position. Carl Stevens has gained a space as well. Jamie Burke has been pushed down to 5th place, and that's really the difference there. So Dalton Norris, Carl Stevens getting 2 of their best results of the weekend there. As we look at Matt West chasing down Aldis Kavaliauskas. A lot of these drivers now in this race, this is their final outing for the tournament. A lot of these fellas, including Aldis Kavaliauskas and Matt West, are racing for the last time. They will not be making the semi-final. They will not be making the final either. And they continue around just doing what they can now. Now there's Bradley Shepherd. Now he's about to close in on them. Is he going to come in the pits? We saw Dennis Holler, rather than try and pass West and Kavaliauskas and put them a lap down, he came straight in the pits. Are we going to see the same thing from Bradley Shepherd? It wouldn't be a bad idea, would it?
Well, I think he needs to pit now because Dennis Holler is slowly reeling him in. Yeah, he's taking small chunks out of him. If he doesn't pit now, he's going to lose enough time. He's got 9.5 seconds. It's enough to potentially come out side by side, if not maybe just ahead. But he needs to pit right now. He's got traffic, hand is up. Let's see what's going to happen. Race leader Bradley Shepherd into the pit lane, and he goes into gate 1. Red light comes on. It's a good spot. It comes in towards gate 2. Dennis Holler's going round into the final corner. It's going to be very close. It's a green light. Dennis Holler's just going to have it though by the skin of his teeth.
Just about hanging in there, Dennis Holler. Now, Dennis Holler, of course, he had a lot of momentum coming out that hairpin, and by heck he needed it. There he is, there's the German Holler, as Bradley Shepherd just flashing through on the camera there. So there's Dennis Holler, the German. He's coming through the last corner onto the backstretch. Now, behind him, we will see Shepherd coming to view. Surely there's Shepherd in the orange. So that is the gap in real terms. So there's Dennis Holler, there's Bradley Shepherd as they come through to complete this lap. And sliding through there, that's like Dalton Norris, as Dennis Holler continues in the lead with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Surely it's Holler's race now. Bradley Shepherd, this is a very creditable second place though. It's going to be very good for the championship for him. Where is he? I'm trying to have a look on the screen there to see what the positions are and whether or not we're going to see Bradley Shepherd in the semi-finals. Well, he's you know what, I think he's made it. The screen's flipped over, so I haven't actually seen the top positions, but I actually think we're going to see Bradley Shepherd in these semi-finals here, Anthony. It wouldn't be a surprise, would it, the performances he's put in so far this weekend?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he's been absolutely fantastic. Yes, he's had it up and downs all the way through today, but he's been a consistent name at the sharp end of the spectrum, and yeah, it'd be a shame not to see him in the semi-finals.
Yes, it would. He's had a 3rd place in his opening race. He was out of the top 3 in the 2nd round. In the 3rd round, he had a 2nd place, and if he gets the 2nd place now, that is an awful lot of points. That's almost the most points you're going to get without actually winning. So he certainly has got more points than some of the people who have won races. Interestingly, some people have been pushed down surprisingly. Dennis Holler is only in 25th place. So I am honestly surprised to see that. Harrison Kirkland down the bottom there. Daniel Truman's the one on the bubble in 30th in terms of making it through. He's got to be top 30 on points to get a semi-final spot in this. So Dennis Holler, deceptively, is down in 25th place. Although, of course, no points yet awarded for this, so I'm sure he'll go up the order there. Right then, 2 minutes to go. Dennis Holler leading from Bradley Shepherd and the incredible Dalton Norris. He has leapfrogged his way up through an intelligent pit stop strategy to come through to 3rd place. Carl Stevens, the same can be said for him. He's kind of followed Norris for moves, and that's worked out. Both of them were very early pit stoppers. That helped them leapfrog Jamie Berg and stay ahead of Phil Pryor and Slavik Piskors. Aldis Kavaliauskas remains ahead of Matt West. We've seen a race-long battle between those two. Marco Grady brings him up in 10th. He's the only one to go a lap down. As we look at Dennis Holler on screen there, that is the magnificent German driver. He really makes it look easy. So smooth, so cool, so collected. And even in interviews, Anthony, he just seems like he's had a bit of an easy ride.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. It's, you know, I mean, definitely so. I mean, he's a cool, calm, collected driver, no doubt about it. He's had good races again, and you know, he's a very quick driver. We always see him with the sharp end, and I just, yeah, he's gonna make it, and I reckon he's gonna do quite well. He seems like he's quite, I don't know, I don't want to say shy because that's the wrong word, but he seems very conservative about what he's going to do in the semi-finals. He doesn't feel fully confident that he's going to do well.
Yeah, I think you're right there. He's kind of downplaying his chances a little bit. He may downplay them when he's talking to you. He's driving on the track, seems to upplay them. I'm certainly expecting him to appear in the final. There's little doubt in my mind that he's going to be a finalist. So if he's sort of downplaying his semi-final chances, when I certainly think he'll be in the final, well, one of us is wrong.
Well, yeah, exactly. We'll see who it is.
Absolutely thinking isn't knowing, is it? As Dennis Holler completes 39 laps, it's going to be at least a 40-lap race. There is Dennis Holler. He's going to complete this lap and then the final one. So he's on his penultimate lap now. He's really on his, it can be described as his imperious way. Anthony Dennis Holler is, he's making it look easy. He's been very smooth, very correct, really proper, almost robotic in his driving, and a relentless pursuit of this victory, which he is going to take. He's got one more lap. He's starting the final lap now. There's Dennis Holler on screen, the number 10, the German. See how easy he makes it look, almost an effortless drive there. And as I say, his imperious way to victory in this race. There's Dennis Holler coming round for the final time on this long sweeper down to the backstretch, and he comes down, and Bradley Shepherd is not even in view. There's Bradley Shepherd, so that's the kind of lead that Holler has built up. That's what 3 seconds looks like on track. Here comes Dennis Holler. He's going to take the win, and Dennis Holler wins it. Bradley Shepherd goes through to second place. That's a good result for Bradley Shepherd. Dalton Norris into third. That's a spectacular third. Where's Carl Stevens? Carl Stevens yet to appear. There's Carl Stevens. He's coming through quite some way back, but he's in 4th place. There's Carl Stevens. That's his best result by my reckoning. And through goes Jamie Burke, Phil Pryor, Slavic Piskor's Marco Grady's finished already in 10th. And so Pryor, Piskor's, it's Kavaliuskas and West, is it? All weekend long for Carl Stevens. Slavic Piskor's 6th. And Phil Pryor 7th, Matt West 8th, Aldous Kavaliuskas 9th, Marco Grady 10th. They're coming.